They're off for the Group 3 Sky Bet Leicester Piggott Stakes. They race over a mile and a half. Where's the early pace going to come from? Well, Nactrose in the purple and grey is helping to push the gallop along early with Madara, who now drops into the slipstream of her rival. Poptronic Red Cap racing enthusiastically under restraint in third. Tracked in turn by Time Lock under Ryan Moore, the pink cap, and Sea Silk Road last of the 5-strong field as they race in single file down the far side of the course at the end of 2.5 furlongs. And Nactrose is just beginning to open up in front, and she forges on by the better part of 3 lengths to Madara heading the pursuit. Couple of lengths away to Poptronic, similar margin then to Time Lock, and Sea Silk Road held up by Tom Marquand. They've completed the first third of the race now, and in the shadows of the trees they head to the turn from the back straight, and it's Nactrose leading up. No change in the order in behind. Madara still sitting in the leader's slipstream. Length and a half away to Poptronic. Sam James the red cap in turn tracked by Ryan Moore aboard Time Lock, and at the back of the field Sea Silk Road. Left-handed they go at halfway in the Sky Bet Leicester Piggott Stakes, and Nactrose, who made her intentions clear from an early stage, has set fairly decent fractions here, leading at around 35 miles an hour as they reach the crown of the bend. Over 2 lengths ahead to Madara, tracking the pace. Poptronic, Time Lock and Sea Silk Road, 3rd, 4th and 5th on straightening. And that has been the order from the outset. Can Nactrose keep rolling in front as they leave the half mile behind them? Madara's now just being asked to get a bit closer. Moore is having to nudge away in 4th place on Time Lock, and the response from the filly isn't immediate. She's got about 4 lengths to make up on the pace setters as they pass the 3. Madara, Yellow Jacket, has cruised up to Nactrose, then Poptronic. Time Lock away to the left, still being ridden along. Sea Silk Road, Yellow Jacket, Purple Star on the cap, getting a bit closer. Inside the 2, Nactrose is plucky, fighting on. Madara alongside, 3 off the fence now. Sea Silk Road is being delivered, then Poptronic and Time Lock inside the furlong. Sea Silk Road has powered through to take over here from Nactrose, then Poptronic, and continues to stay on. Sea Silk Road, a gutsy display here, grinding away in front, and it's Sea Silk Road who wins the Sky Bet Leicester Piggott Stakes from Nactrose, Poptronic, Time Lock and Madara.
The Sky Bet Leicester Piggott Stakes has been won by Sea Silk Road. What a result. Maureen Haggas joins us now. That was just fantastic, wasn't it?
It was great. It was wonderful for me, obviously. Winning my father's race with one of William's horses, and also she was bought as a yearling by John Clark, who sadly died 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it was just a really nice result from lots of points of view.
Being here at Haydock, obviously the history with your dad, and he would have been proud the way Tom rode her, smuggling her in the race.
Yeah, Tom gave her a beautiful ride. You know, she was too keen at York. They went no pace at York. It was a shorter trip, and they, I think everything, she likes the fast ground. She seems to stay the trip well, and he gave her a lovely ride. And she probably doesn't do a lot when she hits the front, but yeah, he gave her a really good ride.
Today she looked more settled beforehand. A few times I've seen her, she's been edgy.
She can, yeah. I mean, look, it's a great place, for that, because you saddle them in the stables. It's lovely, and but I think she was a bit fresh last time. But she's had the odd day when she's been like that. But actually, generally, that's not her nature. She is quite a laid-back filly, but she is by Sea the Stars, and they can have their quirks.
Talented quirks.
Talented quirks. If they've got talent, you'll put up with anything.
Yeah. And tell us about it. It's great to see Tracy here, son Sam here today, about the sponsorship off the race.
Well, we wanted to have a race at Haydock, and we wanted to have something that would be here forever, like the Gordon Richards Stakes, that becomes a well-known part of the programme and will always be the Leicester Piggott Stakes. So Kirkland and I have been talking for a while, and he gave us a few options, and this is the one we selected. It's a nice, nice race and a nice stepping stone onto other things, and so yeah, it was. It's very good of the Jockey Club and Haydock to do it, and it's got to be rubber stamped by the patent committee. But as William's on the patent committee, if it isn't rubber stamped, his life could be become quite unpleasant.
He's at home planning what's going to win it next year. I'm sure all racing fans watching will be absolutely delighted. Very well done.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Leicester Piggott Pinnacle Stakes has been won by Cecil Grood. You couldn't ride it for the Haggas team. Just a job that. Well done, Tom.
Yeah, look, I think there's days in racing where things are just meant to be, and this was one of them. William and Maureen sort of cited this race out probably quite a while ago, obviously, and yeah, she's a good filly. I think she's still improving, but yeah, pretty special for the whole family, and yeah, just great to get ahead in front today for them.
It looked on paper it could be messy. How'd it pan out for you?
Yeah, it looked beautifully, to be honest with you. Obviously, the German horse ended up stretching on a bit, and was happy sitting last, tracking Ryan. And look, she's a filly. She's getting things a lot more correct now. She just feels like a bit more of a complete package. And
even beforehand, she looked relaxed in the paddock today.
Yeah, exactly. You know, last year she was just a bit edgy sometimes, and I think it was immaturity. Whereas now she was relaxed, good early. She was kind, racing around the bend, filled herself up, and like to be honest, I was just trying to make sure I didn't get there too soon more than anything else.
She's in the Pretty Polly in Ireland, but do you think this trip nowadays is maybe more important?
Yeah, look, she stays really well, and like she has the best turn of foot on this ground over that trip. But yeah, you'd probably be staying around here, I think.
Yeah. Okay, well done.
Thanks, then. Cheers.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.